wasn't pretty. It wasn't inspiring, really. It was. We had a good stretch, maybe at the end of the first half. We got that advantage, and then I just very frustrated by how we came out to start the second half. I described it like it was an AAU game, how we approached it, or a game that had no meaning to it. There was no, especially in the first game, you would imagine there's just a lot of juice. The guys are really amped up to play, and the last thing you would think you have to worry about is being motivated. So, myself and my staff got to do a better job to get them ready to play second half, and it was just flat. We let them hang around. It's rare that you see a team, shoot 25% from the field for the game and have a chance to win in the last 4 minutes. Almost never happens that way. But we had other problems too. For as good as I thought we guarded with energy at times, we didn't rebound. If that team got 16 offensive rebounds, some of our other opponents, as we start hitting the harder part of our schedule, they're going to get 1 million offensive rebounds in a game. If that's our effort and our desire to rebound, so there's still a lot that we have to get better on. We can't be a Jekyll and Hyde team either. The first half we shot well from the field and made threes, and we turned it over 10 times, which, again, if we turn it over 14 times because they're not really getting after you like some other teams will, then that number would be doubled. And if we're playing a team that is super aggressive on defense. So just a lot of issues, both sides, and hard to really find any positives. By the time I'm done with this statement, you may not even have to ask me any questions. But, I guess, Sean Phillips, his minutes were good, I thought, outside of, when he first got in the game. But, and then, BJ Freeman, I think, approached, coming off the bench and handled that the right way. He hasn't come off the bench very much in his career. So I think those two guys, if I had to point out any positives, it was maybe their play.
Aside from lack of energy, decision-making, shot selection, were those also issues throughout the game?
I mean, we were doing bizarre stuff out there on offense, just throwing the ball around, or under out of bounds. We couldn't even get the ball in bounds. I mean, there was a play where, we almost got a three-point play after it got deflected, and ball was bouncing around, and no one really knew, both teams. I mean, it's just chaos at times. So, we have a lot to improve on, a lot to get better on. I haven't said a bad thing about JQ, so I don't know if the fouls messed him up mentally early in the game, but he was kind of, out of it today. I didn't know if I'd ever watch a game where he got one rebound in the game for the minutes he played. So I think there's got to be ownership through everybody, right down the line, starting with me, and because we're playing two teams the next two games, I think, have a chance to look like NCAA tournament caliber teams. So we got to fix this thing quick.
You said that, pardon me, Duke was a wake-up call. Did you feel like guys didn't fully grasp that based on what you saw tonight?
I mean, I felt like I'm not getting through to them, and that's just what I said to them after. It's just whatever we did this week, it didn't fix any of our problems. We got behind really early in the game. Just giving up offensive rebounds, down already early. Now we're chasing most of the half. We had a hard time scoring again. I mean, it's just go right down the line, which is a lot of issues that we currently have.
What was your initial reaction to Sanal's minutes?
I think we all got to get more physical. We all got to do better. So our perimeter guys were getting posted up, let's fight them for position. Let's work around them. Let's not allow them to throw the ball and post our guards up. So Qzone was involved in all of that. He had some shots, and he showed a glimpse of kind of what he could do as far as shot making. At least, without his point production, I don't think we would have won the game. So for a freshman, I thought he did fine.
How atypical is what fans or people have seen watching in the arenas or in TV versus what you're seeing on a day-to-day basis in practice?
I'm just seeing more efficiency. I'm just seeing, unless we're both units aren't any good at guarding someone, and it just appears that we look better on offense because both teams aren't good on defense. But yeah, like what we're doing on offense right now, I didn't see that in our practices. You know, we can't afford to have Bashir and Jaden Quinence. And again, this is nothing against Idaho State. They worked hard, they scrapped. I give them credit, but those two players should never be 0 for 13 in a game, like against the athleticism that team had on the front court. It's just mystifying that something like that could even happen. So I don't know if it's the quality of their shots or what we got to do, but we'll review the film and see what adjustments we need to make.
Austin Mason had a pretty soft performance in the minutes he played. What did you sort of see out of him to show positive signs in those minutes?
Yeah, he did a nice job just with some of his shot making, and obviously the threes gave us life, you know, on offense in the first half, and he's got to take, you know, care of the ball, can't turn the ball over in tough spots. So that's something that he's got to, you know, obviously make sure that we work on with him.
Do you have any players that you're kind of looking towards to be leaders on the floor that maybe need to do an improved job of kind of settling guys down when things are getting out of whack?
I'd rather see more like, hey, you know, what the hell are we doing? So I would like to see more like tough communication, where I think we were very, I thought we were soft out there, and there was no fight, especially in the second half. So, you know, guys got to figure that out and do that when they're on the floor.
Was it within the offense to get Quains the amount of 3-point shots that he took?
You know, we'll talk to him, but there's, especially early in the game, there's no reason to have your first shot or two be like threes, even though he was pretty open. And he can make them. You know, I think when the body of work shakes out, he'll shoot a good enough percentage that you'll probably say, yeah, like I could see why Hurley lets him take a couple of threes a game. But there's other things that he can do to not have to kickstart his game with that. Maybe find a way to get an offensive rebound, a putback, score in transition, something facing up, getting to the basket so he could get some more confidence.
Last one, Jake. Right?
Coach, you touched on Jaden's performance. When he has 6 blocks like that in the game, what can I do for his confidence when the shots aren't hitting on the other side?
Yeah, he was lost out there on offense, and we gotta point him in the right direction again. But like I haven't seen that from him, so I'm gonna try and figure out why he looked the way he did on offense, and we'll try and help him and coach him up. But yeah, he had an impact not only on the blocks, but then the challenging on those contests. Just with his wingspan, his ability to get off his feet, he was altering jump shots, even if he wasn't blocking them. So that was a positive for him tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.